The rain poured outside, blurring the view of the neon lights from the city inside a tall building. Behind a dark wooden desk sat Yoongi, the most feared mafia boss in Seoul. His black shirt sleeves were rolled up, showing veins on his pale arms. "Boss, the deal with the Russians went smooth," one of them said carefully. Yoongi only nodded. His cold eyes didn't need words. Everyone in the room knew what that meant. Silence filled the space. No one dared to speak unless asked. Yoongi was known for his calm but dangerous nature. He didn't shout. He didn't need to. One look from him was enough to make anyone tremble. But the same Yoongi who could shoot a man without blinking turned soft the moment his phone lit up with one name, Yoonmin, his boyfriend of 1 year. Yoongi's lips curved into a small smile as he unlocked the screen. A picture of Yoonmin, smiling with puffed cheeks, greeted him. The mafia boss's eyes softened immediately. "Boss," Namjoon, his right-hand man, said, trying not to smirk. "You're smiling again." Yoongi glared at him. "Shut up." Namjoon laughed under his breath. "You're whipped." Yoongi ignored him, closing the file in front of him. "I'm going to the club for a meeting." "Don't follow unless I call." Namjoon raised an eyebrow. "The same club Yoonmin likes?" Yoongi didn't answer, but his smirk gave it away. Later that night, the club was loud, music thumping, lights flashing, and the air thick with alcohol and perfume. Yoongi entered through the VIP door, wearing a black suit that screamed power. His aura alone made people step aside. Women turned to look at him, but no one dared to approach. He was here for a business meeting, a quick one. But the moment he entered, something caught his attention. A familiar voice, a soft, giggling voice. Yumi's eyes narrowed as he scanned the crowd. And then he saw him, Yoonmin. His sweet, adorable boyfriend standing in the middle of the dance floor, laughing. Clearly drunk, his blonde hair was messy, his eyes half-lidded. He was dancing with his friends, moving freely under the flashing lights. Yumi's jaw clenched, but what made his blood boil wasn't Yoonmin dancing. It was the fact that people were too close. Too close to his Yoonmin. One guy's hand brushed Yoonmin's waist. Another one leaned in to say something to him. And Yoonmin, too drunk to notice, just laughed. Yumi's hand tightened around the glass he was holding. It cracked slightly under his grip. Namjoon, who had followed despite orders, whispered, "Boss." "Calm down." Yoongi shot him a glare. "Get them out." Namjoon blinked. "Who?" "Everyone near him." Namjoon sighed. "This is going to be messy." Yoongi didn't care. His cold, dark eyes locked on Yoonmin, who had now stumbled, slightly holding his drink and laughing again. Yoongi walked through the crowd like a shadow, people moving aside instinctively. The music still blared, but Yoongi's focus was only on one person. When he reached Yoonmin, he grabbed his wrist firmly. "Yoongi." Yoonmin blinked in surprise, his words slightly slurred. "Yoongi, you're here." "Let's go." Yoongi's voice was low, dangerous. Yoonmin pouted, "But I'm having fun." Yoongi didn't let him finish. He pulled him closer, his hand now on Yoonmin's waist. "Fun with people touching you." His voice was tight with anger. Yoonmin looked confused. They were just dancing. Yumi's eyes darkened. "No one touches what's mine." He looked up at the people around them. "Out," he said coldly. Everyone near them froze. The power in his tone was enough. Within seconds, the small group around him dispersed, afraid of the mafia boss's wrath. Yoonmin blinked again, pouting. "You're scary when you're jealous." Yoongi leaned close, his breath brushing Yoonmin's ear. I'm not jealous, Yoonmin. I'm furious. He wrapped his arm around Yoonmin's waist, guiding him out of the club. People stared, but no one dared to say a word. The guards outside immediately opened the doors as Yoongi led his drunk boyfriend to the black car waiting near the entrance. In the car, Yoonmin leaned his head on Yoongi's shoulder, giggling. You're so handsome when you're angry. Yoongi sighed, brushing a hand through Yoonmin's hair. You're drunk. I'm fine, Yoonmin said, stretching the word. Just had a few drinks. How many? Yoonmin squinted, counting on his fingers. 5 or 6 or maybe. Yoongi groaned. You're impossible. Yoonmin smiled sleepily. But you love me. Yoongi looked down at him, at those soft lips and sleepy eyes and his. Anger started to melt. Yeah, he murmured, I do. Yoonmin smiled wider. Knew it. Yoongi shook his head, trying not to smile. You shouldn't drink this much, you know. How dangerous those clubs are. But you go there, Yoonmin mumbled. I go there for business, not for fun. Then take me next time, Yoonmin said, leaning closer. I'll sit on your lap while you talk business. Yumi's eyes widened. Yoonmin, what? Yoonmin grinned innocently. I'll be quiet, Yoongi groaned again. You're lucky you're cute. I know, Yoonmin whispered and giggled, falling asleep against his chest. Yoongi sighed but smiled softly. He leaned down, kissing Yoonmin's forehead. Let's get you home. At home, Yoongi carried Yoonmin inside bridal style, ignoring the guards' shocked expressions. Yoonmin stirred a little, mumbling something about pancakes. Yoongi chuckled quietly as he laid him gently on the bed. He removed Yoonmin's shoes and jacket, pulling the blanket over him. Then he sat beside him, brushing his fingers through Yoonmin's soft hair. You drive me crazy, Yoongi whispered, but I can't stay mad at you. Yoonmin opened his eyes a little, still half asleep. Yoongi, yeah. You're not angry anymore. Yoongi smiled. Not much. Yoonmin reached out, his fingers brushing Yoongi's hand. You looked scary at the club. Yoongi sighed, because I saw people touching you. They weren't doing anything bad, Yoonmin said softly. I was just dancing. I know, Yoongi said, voice gentler now. But I can't stand anyone near you like that. You're mine, Yoonmin. Yoonmin smiled faintly. Then hold me so no one else can. Yumi's chest tightened at the words. Without saying anything, he lay beside Yoonmin and pulled him into his arms. Yoonmin snuggled closer immediately, his head resting against Yumi's chest. Better, Yoongi asked. Yoonmin murmured. Now I'm safe. Yoongi kissed the top of his head. You've always been safe with me. The next morning, Yoonmin woke up with a headache. The sunlight peeked through the curtains. He groaned and covered his eyes. Morning, sleepyhead, Yoongi said from the couch, sipping coffee and reading some papers. Yoonmin blinked. You didn't go to work. Yoongi looked at him. Can't leave you alone after what happened last night. Yoonmin sat up slowly. You were angry, weren't you? Yoongi smirked. Still am, Yoonmin pouted. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad. Yoongi stood up and walked toward him, sitting on the edge of the bed. You didn't make me mad, baby. I just worrying. You don't know how dangerous this world can be. Yoonmin looked at him softly, but I trust you. You'll protect me, right? Yoongi's expression softened immediately. He cupped Yoonmin's cheek. Always. Yoonmin smiled and leaned forward, pressing a small kiss on Yoongi's lips. Then I'm not scared. Yoongi froze for a second, then deepened the kiss gently. It wasn't rough or rushed, just warm, filled with love and relief. When they pulled back, Hymin giggled. "What?" Yoongi asked. "You're blushing," Hymin teased. Yoongi scoffed. "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are," Hymin poked his cheek. The scary Mafia boss is shy. Yoongi grabbed his hand, smirking. "You're lucky I love you." "I know," Hymin said proudly. A week later, Yoongi had to attend another club meeting. This time, he hesitated to go, not because of danger, but because of a small memory of Hymin giggling drunk on that dance floor. Before he left, Hymin appeared at the door, holding a small lunchbox. "Don't forget to eat," Hymin said with a soft smile. Yoongi took the box, smiling faintly. "You really don't need to do this." "I want to," Hymin said, "and don't stay angry forever, okay?" Yoongi chuckled. "I'm not angry anymore." "Good," Hymin said and hugged him tightly. "Come home soon." Yoongi kissed his temple, always. That night, Yoongi came home early, something his men had never seen before. When he entered the apartment, the lights were dim, and the smell of something sweet filled the air. Hymin appeared, holding a small cake. "1-year anniversary," he said shyly. Yoongi blinked. "You remembered, of course I did." Hymin smiled. 1 year of you being bossy and jealous." Yoongi smirked. "And 1 year of you driving me insane." They both laughed. Hymin cut the cake and fed Yoongi a piece. Yoongi did the same, watching Hymin's bright smile. For a moment, the dangerous world outside didn't matter here. It was just them, Yoongi and Hymin. Later that night, as they lay together, Hymin whispered, "Yoongi, even if you're scary to others, you're my safe place." Yoongi's heart softened instantly. He kissed Hymin's forehead. "And you're my peace." Hymin smiled sleepily. "Then don't be mad next time I drink a little." Yoongi chuckled. "No promises." Hymin laughed, hiding his face in Yoongi's chest. "I love you." Yoongi wrapped his arms tighter around him. "I love you too," Hymin, "more than anything." And in that quiet moment, the Mafia boss and his cute, drunk-prone boyfriend, they both drifted to sleep, holding each other close. The world outside was cruel, dangerous, and loud. But in Yoongi's arms, Hymin was home, and that was all that mattered. The end.